The execution was broadcast across the galaxy. Billions watched as the representatives of hundreds of worlds sat in stunned silence while the mighty Zorvax Empire dragged the human ambassador onto the floor of the Galactic Assembly. His hands were bound, but his expression remained calm. Even as the Emperor himself read the sentence for defiance against Imperial authority, the ambassador showed no fear. Before the energy blade fell, he looked directly into the cameras and spoke only 6 words. "You have no idea what follows." The blade flashed. The ambassador's body collapsed. The chamber erupted into chaos. Some delegates protested. Others celebrated. The Emperor rose from his throne with a victorious smile, believing he had finally humiliated humanity before the entire galaxy. For decades, Earth had resisted Imperial expansion, refusing tribute and rejecting demands for military surrender. Now, at last, the humans had been broken. 3 minutes after the execution, every communication relay within the Solar Federation received the same encrypted transmission. It originated from the ambassador's neural implant, a device designed to activate only upon confirmed death. The message contained no speech, no threat, and no explanation. It consisted of a single authorization code, known only to the highest levels of human command. Across Earth, Mars, Titan, and dozens of hidden military installations, commanders stared at their screens in silence. The code was authentic. It carried a designation many younger officers had believed was only a myth. Ancient protocols buried beneath centuries of peace were suddenly unlocked. Entire fleets received immediate activation orders. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, blast doors that had not opened in over 200 years slowly moved aside. Massive warships emerged from underground dry docks carved into the planet itself. Similar facilities activated beneath the ice of Europa, and inside hollowed asteroids scattered throughout human territory. The galaxy had never known these fleets existed. The Zorvax Empire celebrated throughout its capital. News channels praised the Emperor's strength. Citizens flooded the streets in triumph. No one noticed that human diplomatic channels had gone completely silent. No demands for justice arrived. No threats were issued. There was only silence. 37 minutes after the execution, long-range sensors detected unidentified vessels entering Imperial space. The operators dismissed the readings as equipment errors. The ships appeared impossible. Their energy signatures exceeded anything recorded in galactic history. Worse, they were moving far faster than known physics should have allowed. An hour after the execution, the first border fortress vanished. There was no battle. No warning. One moment, the heavily defended installation stood guard over a strategic hyperspace corridor. The next, it simply ceased to exist. Surveillance footage showed a black vessel emerging from folded space, before releasing a pulse of energy unlike any weapon ever seen. The fortress disappeared in less than a second. Panic spread through Imperial command centers. Admirals demanded answers. Scientists searched desperately for explanations. Every report only deepened the confusion. More border defenses vanished. Entire fleets stopped transmitting. Strategic systems fell one after another with terrifying efficiency. Meanwhile, the Galactic Assembly remained trapped in emergency session. Delegates argued fiercely over what should be done. Some accused humanity of launching an illegal war. Others reminded the Council that the Empire had publicly executed a protected diplomat, violating every interstellar law ever written. 90 minutes after the execution, humanity finally released a statement. The message appeared simultaneously on every network across known space. It showed an empty chair draped with the flag of Earth. A calm voice spoke from the darkness. "The individual you executed came seeking peace. He carried our final offer of coexistence. You rejected it. This is not retaliation. This is consequence." The transmission ended. The words haunted everyone who heard them. 2 hours after the execution, the Zorvax First Armada engaged the human fleet near the Trion Nebula. Thousands of Imperial warships formed one of the largest military formations ever assembled. Their commanders expected victory through overwhelming numbers. They never fired a meaningful shot. Human vessels moved like predators among frozen prey. Advanced targeting systems failed to lock onto them. Imperial shields collapsed under weapons nobody understood. Within 11 minutes, the greatest fleet in Imperial history had been reduced to drifting wreckage. The Emperor refused to believe the reports. He accused his officers of cowardice and incompetence. As evidence flooded in from every corner of the Empire, His confidence began to crack. Entire sectors had fallen. Supply routes were severed. Strategic worlds surrendered without resistance. Humanity was not invading randomly. They were dismantling the Empire with surgical precision. Across the galaxy, old records resurfaced. Historians uncovered fragments of forgotten archives describing humanity's earliest expansion into space. Before joining the galactic community, Earth had survived wars, extinctions, economic collapses, and centuries of near-constant conflict. The species had developed doctrines so ruthless that they frightened even their own ancestors. Most of those doctrines had supposedly been abandoned. Supposedly. 2.5 hours after the execution, human forces arrived at the Imperial capital. Thousands of warships emerged from folded space above the throne world. Their formation stretched across the sky like a steel storm. Citizens looked upward in terror as emergency sirens screamed across entire continents. For the first time in centuries, the Empire's heart knew fear. The Emperor stood inside his palace command center, surrounded by advisors who had already accepted defeat. Screens displayed impossible statistics. Nearly 70% of Imperial military assets had been neutralized. Entire defense networks were offline. The war was already lost. Then another transmission arrived. A human admiral appeared on every monitor. Behind her stood the flag that had once rested beside the executed ambassador. Her face showed neither anger nor satisfaction. 3 hours ago, your empire executed a representative protected by every law of civilization. 3 hours ago, you chose war. 3 hours ago, your empire ceased to have a future. No one interrupted her. You mistook restraint for weakness. You mistook diplomacy for fear. You mistook humanity's patience for surrender. Outside the capital, thousands of human warships powered their weapons, yet they did not fire. The admiral continued. The ambassador you murdered devoted his life to preventing this outcome. His final request was that innocent lives be spared. We will honor his wishes. The Emperor's shoulders slumped as realization finally crushed him. Humanity had not come for extermination. They had come for judgment. Moments later, every military command system within the Empire shut down simultaneously. Government networks were seized. Financial institutions were frozen. Defense grids surrendered control. The machinery of imperial power simply stopped functioning. As dawn rose over the capital world, the banner of the Zorvax Empire was lowered for the final time. Not through years of warfare, not through decades of rebellion, but within 3 hours of a single fatal mistake. And across the galaxy, every civilization learned the lesson etched forever into history. Humanity would cross the stars seeking peace, friendship, and cooperation. But if someone executed the hand extended in peace, they would soon discover the strength hidden behind it. The collapse of the Empire sent shockwaves through every known system. Governments that had once bowed before Zorvax authority suddenly found themselves free for the first time in generations. Entire worlds gathered in public squares watching the impossible unfold in real time. The empire that had ruled through fear had vanished in a single afternoon. As imperial officials surrendered, human forces moved with surprising restraint. Instead of occupying planets, they secured infrastructure, restored communications, and distributed emergency supplies. Citizens who had expected conquerors found engineers repairing power grids, doctors reopening hospitals, and diplomats organizing local elections. Humanity had won the war, but they showed no interest in becoming a new empire. The former imperial capital became the center of a massive investigation. Representatives from hundreds of species arrived to examine the decisions that had led to such a catastrophic downfall. Every order, every transmission, and every meeting surrounding the ambassador's execution was scrutinized. The evidence revealed a government so blinded by arrogance that it had ignored every warning. In a quiet memorial ceremony held on Earth, millions gathered beneath the stars to honor the fallen ambassador. No grand military parade accompanied the event. No speeches celebrated victory. Instead, people remembered the man who had spent decades trying to avoid war. His final act had not been one of vengeance, but of duty. Even in death, he had protected humanity. The Galactic Assembly reconvened weeks later under entirely different circumstances. The empty seat once occupied by the Zorvax Empire remained untouched. Delegates spoke in hushed voices as human representatives entered the chamber. Many expected demands, territorial claims, or declarations of dominance. Instead, The lead diplomat presented a proposal for a new interstellar charter designed to prevent any government from ever abusing diplomatic immunity again. The proposal passed almost unanimously. Species that had once distrusted humanity now saw them as the architects of a more stable galaxy. The laws protecting ambassadors were strengthened beyond anything previously imagined. Every civilization understood why. The memory of what happened when those laws were violated remained fresh in everyone's mind. Far beyond known space, however, humanity's military leadership remained vigilant. During the war, long-range sensors had detected strange signals originating from unexplored regions of the galaxy. The signals had existed for centuries, hidden beneath cosmic background noise. The Zorvax collapse had merely delayed the investigation. Whatever produced those transmissions was still out there. When reconnaissance vessels finally reached the source, they discovered ancient structures orbiting a dead star. The machines were older than any civilization on record. Their databases contained fragmented histories describing forgotten galactic ages, wars fought before modern species had even evolved, and warnings about threats lurking beyond the rim of the galaxy. Those discoveries changed everything. Humanity realized that the conflict with the Zorvax Empire had been insignificant compared to the dangers described in the ancient archives. Rather than celebrating their victory, they quietly began preparing the galaxy for challenges that might one day threaten every world equally. Years later, children across countless planets would study the story of the ambassador's execution and the empire that fell 3 hours later. Most believed the lesson was about humanity's military power. The wiser historians understood the deeper truth. The empire had not been destroyed by human weapons alone. It had been destroyed the moment it abandoned reason, diplomacy, and respect for the laws that held civilization together. Humanity merely delivered the consequence that followed.